Yep. Where all my banners at, yo?
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to Rick Rewind That Radio. Rewind That Radio. You were listening to 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 Rewind.
We got 2 theme songs now. Kind of. 2 intros and 2 theme songs. So what up? It's the Monday Night Chop Up. It's Sicky Nicks. We got MOC in the house. We got Johnny. Big T will be joining us any moment.
Nice.
So we have to follow up our gangster ass show last week. Off the bat, are you guys going to play taps for me or what? Because the Chiefs were dominated.
I'm not known to talk a lot of shit or
they were dominated.
Like I just said, Nick, I'm not known to talk a lot of shit or make fun of people or do anything like that. So I would never do something like that. Come on, guy.
You're not known for that? I feel like you're known for that.
I don't even. Guy, first of all, replay last week. What happened is exactly what I said would happen.
Tell me more.
Your boy was on the sidelines. Actually, to be fair, that's not true. But your boy was on the sidelines most of the game. He turned the ball over twice. Okay? Mm-hmm. A lot of people are going to say, and we'll get into this a lot of people are going to say it was the refs gave it to Brady and they did this. Tom Brady doesn't play defense. Okay? He did not score a touchdown. The Chiefs did not score a touchdown, right? 9 points the entire game. Patty fly balls back there running around.
Yeah, he did almost 500 yards in the backfield.
Running around, right, this way. Right? And why? Because, as I think myself and Matt pointed out last week, Eric Fisher's out. 4 of the 5 starting offensive linemen are gone. All right? They didn't have a chance. Right? So Brady didn't technically have to win the game. All he had to do was not lose it. And the money is on the greatest of all time, which is Tom Brady.
Right, you take a look at the stats. 93% of the dropbacks, he got pressured. Guy was running for his life.
But to that credit, though, have you ever seen somebody that can have that kind of pressure on him, but on a dart from, I believe it was he was 50, so it's on 57 yards, launch it right to the end zone, hit Tyreek Hill in his hand. It goes through his hands, hits him in the face.
He hit 2 guys in the helmet.
That was annoying too because they were dropping balls left and right.
Kelsey did it too, yeah.
Yeah, he did it too, and there were big plays. You got to come out.
It's a Super Bowl.
You can't fuck up and then be like, oh, we'll come back in halftime. It's not going to work. That's not, especially against Brady. Brady is the master at the clock manipulation. You know what I mean?
And it's the weirdest thing because it is the Super Bowl where these things happen. Matt will tell you. I was going to relate this back to a game. The Giants, against the Patriots, there's so many plays where those big things in the Super Bowl, if certain things happen, the Giants don't have 2 Super Bowls. Tom Brady has 11 rings. You know what I'm saying? Devontae, he catches that interception, game's over. Wes Welker catches a flare out. It's the weirdest thing in the Super Bowl, but these things happen, and you expect crazy stuff like that. I thought it was a great game. It was a chess match to me, coaching wise. I thought I think the Chiefs just got out coached. Yeah. I mean, if you look at the stats,
they're also missing a ton of their starters.
You guys have more stats. That you have more yards, more everything. Turn the ball over twice, though.
Can't do that. Well, that was the big thing. Is you have to play at the top of your game. You can't be the number 1 tight end and number 1 receiver in the league and drop balls that hit your face.
And I think that's a big part of why it's so hard to repeat as champions. It's having that mental edge to say, yeah, I won it last year, but I want another one. I'm going to be more hungry than this team that has a million guys who've never been there before.
Right.
Right. Well, and I think actually, Nick makes fun of you for liking Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady is great because, he looked at it where when he came in and he like just told these guys like, why can't we win the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like, and that actually changed. It is a big thing. Like I said, I'm a big Giants fan. We all know that. Like Joe Judge came in, he's our coach, and but it changed the mindset in the locker room. I think Tom Brady arriving there probably changed the mindset of the locker room. Going, all right, maybe we can go from being probably a mediocre, almost crap team to holy shit, we're winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know if they were a crap team though, but they definitely needed the direction.
No, they're not a crap team. Let me take that. They're not a crap team, but Jameis Winston was a starting quarterback last year. He threw 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Like, he had the weapons to get there, and this is why he picked to go there. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But they weren't a Super Bowl built team.
They were a sloppy team. If there's one thing Tom Brady is about, it's execution.
That's perfect. Best way to say it.
Yeah, but he's also like an opposite quarterback to James Winston. Runs around and does a lot like kind of Mahomes does. You know what I mean? He's a lot more mobile. So when you bring Brady in there and he's like, no, we're locking it up. We're doing this. And then, yeah, you're going to win with Brady. Like, when has he had a losing season? Has he ever? Like, maybe once? Or went 8-8 one year or something?
I don't think he's ever actually had a losing season. No, 21 years.
Can we talk about
20 now? Yeah.
We keep talking about breaking the game down like everybody else, but can we talk about what really pisses me off?
I'd love to.
Buffalo Bills fans.
Oh,
the Bills Mafia.
The fucking Buffalo Bills
There's
fans.
a pod tonight that I got texted about. We won't mention names, but I'll tell you what, I'll go in hot.
I'm not going to rip up the fans a little bit. It's like I've seen a lot of them because we played them. The Chiefs played them 2 weeks ago.
You don't want none of this.
And they're all like going for Brady instead of the Chiefs. So I understand the difference. Like, the Chiefs just beat you, you're not going to the Super Bowl. But Brady's kept you out of the Super Bowl for 20 years.
Literally 20.
Now you're cheering for him? Like, I don't know. I guess I have higher standards than that.
Like, I like that.
Like, I'll never cheer for Peyton Manning because every time when Chiefs would go to the playoffs in the 2000s, Manning would be
Sheriff, you hate that guy?
Yeah, I can't. I think he's a great player. I just the Colts and Peyton Manning, I have a sour taste in my mouth because there was like 3 years in a row, first round, they knocked us out every year. He couldn't beat him. So it's like, it's aggravating. Now, if he was playing, if Peyton Manning,
well, this is going to be a great discussion. I hope we go on to it later. That means you actually hate that guy. Like, just get better, right?
I don't hate him. I just wouldn't cheer for him.
No,
in the Super Bowl.
Why? So it doesn't matter who they're playing. Doesn't matter. Like, it would just be like, yo, fuck this guy.
All right. Say it was a completely neutral team that beat the Chiefs, like someone that like what happened last week. The Chiefs are a neutral team. No one really hates the Chiefs, right? There's not like huge rivalry with them other than the Raiders, but they don't even count.
Like, how can you hate the Chiefs?
Right. So, like, for me, say someone like the Packers or the Vikings or someone where I never play them or whatever, and they beat us in the last game to go to the Super Bowl, and then they were playing someone like Peyton Manning, I would probably cheer for the team in my conference or on my side of the.
Okay, I see.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to cheer for the guy that beat me 5 years out of the say 6 that I went. That's my point. This is the same thing. Like, you're going to cheer for Brady, who literally kept you out of the playoffs. Because especially this year, the Bills fans.
But is it going to be? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They got billboards and they're talking about how they're the best fans.
Oh, you went billboards.
They're the best fans in the NFL. Like, they're doing all this like shit talking, and it's like, yo, the only reason you guys made it even to the playoffs because Tom Brady left your division. I mean, it's really that simple.
Well, can we how about that though? Can we talk about that? Because I don't think that's actually true.
It's a free country.
Yeah, I think even if Brady was with New England this year, Buffalo wins that division.
You think so?
Yeah.
Please elaborate, because
I agree with that. What I'm saying, no, Matt, I agree. What I'm saying is Tom Brady, to his credit, was like, if you look at his contract and stuff like that, he back-ended this going, he got paid his most money in the back end, and then was like, all right, I don't really agree with what's going on here. You were gonna trade me at one point. You were gonna trade Gronk to Detroit, 2 years ago. Everybody knows that story. But then it was like, all right, well, I got all this money and now I can pick where I want to go. Like, shit, I'm out. Like, that was amazing.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
No, I don't. And that's why people hate. Why would you? How could anybody blame them? But they are, as we all have seen on social media today. So you were active, Matty. Oh, I saw you there. Like a lot of people on social media just hating this guy. It's like I don't understand why.
I love it. I love it.
Why though?
I don't get it.
Why do people hate him, Nick? Nick, I understand you don't like him, but it's like, dude,
That's not that I don't like him.
This guy literally was drafted. Like, how can you hate the guy? I understand. What? Because he's handsome. He has a supermodel wife. He won this. Nick, you're handsome too. Don't get me wrong. I saw your face there. I saw your face there. Yeah, I still consider you handsome. Relax.
We don't all have $35 million mansions in Miami on a private island, but
yeah. Okay. So what does that mean? Does that mean you hate everybody who somehow becomes weirdly successful? Do you hate like the Weeknd?
I never said I hated him.
Like you love dude. You love Tupac. You love Notorious B.I.G. Did you hate them for being good at their craft?
I never said
I told you I was coming in hot. I told you I was coming in hot.
When did I say I hated Tom Brady?
Because everything you say basically says you hate the guy.
Because I just played him in the Super Bowl, so I'm going to talk shit.
No, I understand talking shit, but
I don't dislike Tom Brady. It's just it's
you
that
gotta respect people that are good at their craft. I didn't say I'd like
to answer the question.
What's that?
Said I'd love to answer the question.
I told you I was coming in.
Coming in hot. You're excited. John's excitable today. We're gonna have to hit him with the water bucket. No, it's that whole thing. People in sports do it all the time. They always hate the best. There are a lot of people don't like Jordan. A lot of people don't like LeBron just because he never loses. And it's like, man, you got this whole thousands of people playing basketball and he wins 5 out of 6 years. And you know what I mean? Like, so people just hate on that. I'm not that much of a hater when it comes to Brady. We're playing him, so I'm talking shit. He is the best. Of course, I think part of the sourness maybe is because I was a big Montana fan and he passed him like 2 years ago.
Well, here's the thing. There's not, but again, the best. We talked about this last week. But he's not the best. He's the most successful. There's a difference.
Oh yeah.
If you look, most talented quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers, hands down.
Correct. A-Rod is again got his 3rd MVP, by the way.
I love that they gave someone the MVP that wasn't in the Super Bowl.
Well, it's a regular season award.
Oh,
Matty got in front of me. Good job. Yeah, like that.
Welcome to Ignorance in Football.
I actually like this. It's this kind of questioning because think about that. So, like, the MVP is awarded to everybody that goes 1 through 16, but then when you get into the playoffs, where it really matters, like people show up. Like Joe Flacco, people forget about this guy. He has like one of the best playoff records of all time, and people hate the guy. Like same thing with Eli. People like hate that guy. It's like, yeah, you get him in the playoffs, he does good, but the MVP is a regular season award. So yes, Aaron Rodgers did great.
I would have liked to see him win, but
I like A-Rod. He's got one.
Spread the love.
Something Nick mentioned that I kind of popped in my head that I'd like to talk about. He mentioned people hating Jordan. Now, when Jordan was in his prime, I don't remember anybody hating Jordan. Now it's coming in.
You have to be my father.
I'm just wondering if that's part of that whole hot take culture thing that's taken over on the talking head shows. I'm wondering if it's that.
I think it's a lot to do with that, actually. Yeah. Like, Nick, do you know what that is?
I know what talking head shows are. Yes.
Yeah, but you know what? You know the shows he's talking about, like Stephen A. and that shit.
Yeah, I mean, but I was watching Stephen A. and who's the old guy that's always wrong.
He's on Fox now.
They were having a conversation about the Super Bowl, and I don't. Maybe I was high or something. I don't remember smoking, but it's like they were arguing if they'd rather have Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes. And for like the first 5 minutes, Skip was all about one of the guys, and then he tried to convince the other guy to go with Mahomes or whatever. And
so now it's got to be Shannon
totally flip-flopped. Yeah. And it's like he's making an argument for both people. So I don't necessarily believe they're even giving opinions. I think they're just set up.
No, they have a production meeting beforehand.
Yeah,
it's whatever's going to get them the most views on social media. That's
I'm gonna go hard in the paint for this dude. You go for the other guy, and let's argue about it. And people will like it. And it's like a water cooler.
Yeah, like Max Kellerman's been digging Tom Brady's grave for 10 years.
I love Max Kellerman. Just throw that out there. I love Max Kellerman.
Yeah, well,
you don't like Matt.
I don't know who that is. All right.
You
So
know,
what was
I
the-
think
Matt,
I'm
what was the
soured
question?
on him because of his Brady opinions. That's probably
well,
a
no, well,
mental
they
block
did
on
call
my
him out
side.
on that. They did call him out a couple times. But with Max, how about? Yeah, I'm going to take this on a weird road right here. Max Kellerman, former rapper. Max
Really?
and Sam, dude. Google Max and Sam right now.
No.
Him and his brother, swear to
Okay.
God, signed, dude, early 90s, early 90s, signed to a label, Max and Sam, telling you, straight
Wasn't
up
that like
rapper.
a bad road trip movie?
Nope, I'm telling you.
Without Sam and Max.
And then his brother actually got stabbed in Brooklyn. Swear to God.
Man, they must
And actually, to his credit, Max
Kellerman.
Kellerman is a Gold Gloves boxer.
Okay, so he has some credibility. He could
Yes.
spit. He got bars.
As a white guy from Brooklyn, anyway.
Tons of them. All right, so Matt, what was the thing you were saying?
I think we covered it. Just
Oh, all right.
the hot take kind of thing affecting people's opinions of these historically great players, where now they're trying to deride them just to say that I was the one person that didn't like them.
Oh, I see. So they're just talking shit to build like fake controversy kind of.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, everyone down here always, well, at least when LeBron was here, would have the Jordan LeBron conversation. And it's just like,
There
it
is
was
no
like
Jordan
nause-
LeBron
it's like
conversation.
nauseating. Uh-oh, wait. What
There
is
is no
this?
Jordan LeBron conversation.
No, there isn't.
Tell me more, Matt.
Jordan is far and above.
Oh, thanks.
It was an entirely.
I was like, was there a question? But again, how about this? Okay, I wish Terrell was on here now because I would like to ask that question, saying, and that I have the same opinion. Like, I think Michael Jordan, like I started following him when I was like 6 years old to 6 to 7, so like 99 or 89, 90, like right during that kind of time where like I was just a young kid and the Pistons were doing their thing. Like I had no idea what was going on. And it was like as we hit like 93, come on, all of us right here, we all went to the same schools. When that like Gatorade commercial would hit and you knew that like I want to be like Mike, like you knew it was like that's the guy. Like I don't know if like this generation understands like or gets hit with that kind of stuff. Like they're like Michael is the best of all time in my opinion. Like when you saw something like that, didn't you know like okay, now I got to go to try to play basketball. I don't know if like people have that for LeBron right now or anybody in anybody in the league, for instance.
I'm sure the kids do. I actually that ties right into what you were saying about Brady. Like LeBron is the most successful, right? But he's not the best. And they're having those conversations about Mahomes and Brady now, where like, yeah, Brady's the GOAT, but Mahomes is like mechanically a better player than him already. Right. Yeah. So it's like I think that was one of the more interesting conversations that these talking head idiots were having. Was that Mahomes is a better quarterback, but he's just not. He hasn't had 22 years under his belt or whatever. But that's what you're saying. Like Aaron Rodgers is better than Brady.
Oh, they're both far more athletic. Like if you saw some of the throws that, like I said, swear to God, you see some of that stuff that he pulled out last night, like as he was getting pressured, and then just like off his left foot could just
horizontal to the ground,
right? Like rip the ball
Yeah,
like yards. I'm like, oh my God! I was like, I literally was like, oh my God! I was like, dude, nobody can do that. Like Peyton Manning can't do that.
No.
Like, in his best.
Most people can't. No one can do it.
No,
exactly. That's why everyone's riding his ass. It's like, oh my God.
No, he's a good thing, but also ride his ass. But as we go back to it, a game plan wins the game. He lost the game.
Yeah, well, you're right. It is what it is. I was surprised though. Like everyone at the place I went to was cheering for the Chiefs. So I don't know if that's
oh, cool. Oh, really?
All Miami. Well, I mean, there's only like 10 people there, but
I saw something that the viewership ratings wise was higher in New England than it was in Tampa.
Well, Tampa's this big.
That's right. That's where it gets skewed a little bit.
Like literally, you can drive around Tampa Bay and the whole bay in probably
just
half an hour tops. The whole bay. Little Africa, I call it. It looks like Africa.
No, it's just mean spirited.
So, all right, what do we got next? Are we gonna still talk sports? Because I'm out of.
Go ahead, dude. What do you got for me?
I don't know anything about this yet. I don't know. We could switch it up. You guys have been watching that WandaVision?
Absolutely.
Big John, you've been watching it? You don't watch the Marvel movies?
Oh no, I just haven't caught up. I watch them. I just haven't done it yet.
I don't know. Should we spoil it for John?
Sure, yeah, go for it because I generally get the gist of what you guys are talking about. I just haven't seen it in the show, so let's do it. Now for Big T though is a thing like that guy. He takes it serious.
He's watching it. He's watching it. He's tied up.
Might be watching it right now.
I don't know if he's gonna pop on, but he watches the show. But the big thing on the show, without getting even into the plot or anything, really, is that for the first time since Marvel bought Fox, one of the Fox X-Men characters showed up in the MCU. So the guy who played Quicksilver on the Fox movies.
We were talking about that last week. Yeah.
Oh, well, what are the implications? What do you think? I don't remember last week. We were drinking tequila.
I think it was mentioned as a possibility last week. There's nothing set in stone. Just based off of the second half trailer, you could tell that the character was going to come back. You just didn't know which iteration of it was going to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a million different ways they can go right now. I mean, you can go the multiverse route. You can go with she meant to pick out Quicksilver and she picked the wrong one. I mean, there's so many ways you can go.
She picked the wrong one.
Right. Yep. Lines got crossed.
Yeah, I saw another theory that they say like Mephisto might. I think that's a ruse.
Oh, Mephisto.
It's a ruse.
Well, it's everyone's theory that Mephisto is like the main bad guy.
They're too on the nose with it.
Yeah, but everyone's saying it's like it's not thoughtful enough. It's too obvious.
Right.
But I feel like there was this one rumor where they said that he had to, in order for him to manifest a Quicksilver for her, he had to pull one that was alive. So he went to another dimension. There's that theory. I think it might be. I was thinking like it could be someone like Shadow King because they do this kind of stuff, or even like MODOK. I know it's kind of a stretch, but
I was gonna wait. I think what?
Yeah, they're building up to him. The Aim's in the movies, so but he could be could be another synthezoid because they're talking a lot about creating artificial weapons and stuff. So I don't know. Did you see the Captain America or the Winter Soldier and Falcon trailer?
Did see that.
What do you think about that?
My niece went crazy.
Really?
Yeah, dog. Mackenzie's a huge Captain America fan, so yeah, she saw
really?
that. And then I'm a huge Captain America fan. Yeah, and so yeah, she loves it. She went nuts. Loved it. She's like, well, the main thing is like, Uncle John, can I see this in the theaters?
Aw.
And as you guys know, like, ooh, she was like, buddy. I was like, not for a while, probably.
Well, I mean, it's not a movie though; it's a show, so
Wow.
It'll be 8 episodes or something. The way they're doing them is like they're basically 4-hour movies. They're just chopping them up.
That's cool. Oh, geez, I honestly didn't know that.
Well, now you know. So yeah, like WandaVision's on episode. I think that was the 5th.
That was 5. Yeah.
Well, there's 4 more for the series or for the season.
Oh, geez, I'll be able to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'll knock it out.
They're like half an hour long. But I think the same thing with Winter Soldier and Falcon is like it's a 4-hour movie. They just chop it up into 30-minute episodes and put it out once a week.
That's a good business deal right there,
dude. And the way they're doing it is once WandaVision ends, it's like a week break, and then Winter Soldier starts, and then once that's over, it's like a week break, and then the Loki show comes out. So lots to look forward to.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there.
Yeah. Whoops.
Did you
I had
drop
a
something?
cough a little bit. No, I had a cough. All right. Well, let's see. What else is new? Oh, John put me onto this. I don't know if Matt's seen any of them, but have you ever watched this Mike Tyson podcast?
Oh my God, dude.
It's incredible. It's basically
it's called Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. So Mike Tyson is high as shit. And go ahead, Nick.
No, you go. Dude, you're the one that put me onto it.
Oh, yeah. So it's basically Mike Tyson now owns a lot of weed farms and stuff like that. So, like, it's him. In the beginning, it was just him and another producer interviewing people, like actual just boxers, Tyson Fury, stuff like that. And now they're actually moved on to they bring in Jeremy Piven, and he actually does a lot of the stuff trying to like almost, what would you say, Nick, translate what Mike's trying to say? Like,
yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
It's pretty good. Like, yeah, like because I sent him the one. Bill Burr was just on. I'm a huge Bill Burr fan, as you know, everybody should be. Let's be honest. But like, yeah, like it's Mike takes like smokes weed, smoking weed the whole time, but then randomly just starts eating mushrooms.
Yeah.
Oh my
He-
god,
he-
there's 2
at least,
hours.
at least on that Bill Burr episode, he was a total space cadet. Like he was
Yeah.
he's like like he's.
I want to
speaking
know your
tongues.
aura, man. I want to know where you're from.
Yeah,
He's like,
he's like,
when's the first
right.
time you bombed? And Burr's like, dude, I answered that like an hour ago.
Yeah. He's like, are you not listening? And then he's like, yeah, I'm on mushrooms. And
It's
Bill-
so crazy
and Burr's
because
like,
then you see the
you
list
should
of
mention
people.
that.
Eminem was on there, dude.
Yeah, I watched the Eminem one yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that yet. That's good.
So he's basically interviewing like these top dudes now, and he's got another person there, the producer, I guess.
But like
pivoting on that one.
translating, maybe kind
Yeah,
of like
they-
you do.
Yeah, they're kind of translating. Like, I don't know what you just said. But he's
Like-
all
like-
spiritual and shit now, so it's been highly entertaining.
It's
you know?
amazing.
Yeah, look out for that.
Yeah, like
they
like
got
it's
like
Mike
50
Tyson,
episodes.
who it's like you kind of like always like I told Nick while I was texting him on Saturday, like you watch this episode, even the Burr one, and he's just sitting there, and he's so much bigger than these guys, and obviously we know who Mike Tyson is, but it's like he's so like it's like watching a tiger sit next to you. It's like this guy could just decide to just kill me
Anytime he
It's
wants.
right. But then because a lot of fighters aren't like that, right? It's like a lot of fighters are just like normal people, but the way he's talking is just like, what if this guy just decides to just punch me? You know,
Yeah, what if
like,
he snaps? Well,
Yeah.
kind of.
and that's not how it happens a lot of times with real fighters.
No, well, kind of the fun of the show is that people point out, like, he used to be like the stone cold killer, and he explains how he was trained that way. The guy that trained him basically made him have that killer instinct. And then now in this part of his life, he took some like frog venom or something,
It's
and it
crazy.
expanded his mind, and now he doesn't have any
Matt, you'll love it.
interest in fighting or doesn't want to hurt anybody anymore. And it's really because you can tell he's being genuine.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a sleeping giant. Like
It's,
his like
it's almost like talking to a toddler.
yeah, yeah, kind of. Yeah, he's like, you guys want some of these shrooms over here? Here's some shrooms. And then like Eminem was on and like telling him how great of an actor he was in Hangover, and I'm like, come on, bro, you're just saying that so you knock your face off. But I don't know. I thought that was something fun this week that popped up. What about you guys? Anything fun this week pop up? I'm ill prepared today. I was so aggravated with the game. I didn't look up any recent news.
What do you guys think of the weekend? Literally the weekend, like the halftime performer.
I thought he did well. I just hated everything else about it.
What does that mean?
I thought he performed well. It's just all the pieces around him. You know, I got motion sickness when he was going through that.
I thought the choir was
thing.
great behind him. Like the giant choir behind him.
Yeah.
In like the city, I thought that was great.
I don't know.
Now for
Personal
you guys,
preference, I guess.
I mean, everyone at the place I was at, they were like, they all want like someone from the 70s. Like I always thought that was kind of the gig, is like they'll pick someone older and someone newer and they'll do like mashups and stuff. I think last year, what did they do last year? Who was it?
last year was J-Lo and Shakira.
Yes, I mean they had like a little team up there, but this year was weird. Didn't like The Weeknd pay for the whole thing himself or something?
He threw $7 million of his own money.
Must be nice to have this like, kind of money laying around. Of course, you know he probably made 70 million on it. So
That's generally the thing. Like, so like there was bets even on that. There was over under on how many songs he was going to perform.
Oh, actually, that's a good topic. I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about the weird Vegas betting.
I told you,
Super Bowl.
You can bet on anything.
Matty O got me money just for that kickoff. I loved it.
Tell everyone this story. What?
Oh,
So
dude.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, sir.
All right, so last week I threw out, opening kickoff is not going to be a touchback, because basically what they do is they open up a brand new ball, they throw it on the tee, kick it off, that ball goes back into a box and gets sent to the Hall of Fame.
Correct.
So I mean,
Pat
it is
McAfee,
going to be McAfee. Yeah, I listen to him all the time. He gave me that tip. Unfortunately, sports betting is still illegal here, and I don't have any bookies that I know, so I couldn't do anything with it. Because if I could, I would have thrown some money on McAfee's parlay that hit last night for $25,000.
Well, yeah, so basically that's where I got that first one. The national anthem was good. That was an easy over.
And it was a duet. It's going to go over.
Well, I sent Nick a thing, Barstool. I don't know if you saw this.
Explain to the people listening what you're talking about.
Well, there's the game, right? Obviously, Chiefs versus the Bucks, right? But then there's also in that there's micro bets, so to speak, or prop bets as they call them.
Okay.
So you can bet on anything. Actually, there's a dispute on the Gatorade last night, Matt. I was going to ask you about that. How you feel about that? Was
Blue.
it was blue?
It was blue.
All right, we'll talk about that. So anyway, yeah, you can bet on anything basically. So if there's like, so the kickoff where I hit last night was pretty good. Thanks again. This is what we were talking about here with Maddie. Like, you can bet if the opening kick is going to be a touchback or not.
Okay.
So that's what he's talking about. So basically, where we got it from was the Pat McAfee show, which was wonderful. It's actually hard to do that. So you like that ball is actually brought out, kicked off, and then brought back to the Hall of Fame. Generally, when you kick the ball off in any football game, it's rubbed down for like 15 to 30 minutes by any ball boy and stuff like that. It's like, you really want to beat up so you can kick it where you want to do it.
Oh, okay.
But in the Super Bowl, they don't let you do that because it's immediately going to the Hall of Fame. Because it's like they have to put it in there. So like you get the inside track from McAfee there going, oh, this is going to be like kicking a brick. So it's like hard to do that. And then if they do barely get into the end zone, which was what happened last night, it's Super Bowl. He's so jacked up, he's taking it out of the end zone. I was like, that's the easiest bet in history.
Yeah, you're not kneeling off the first kickoff in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and you're not blasting out of the end zone because it's impossible to kick. Huh. And then the other one I thought was the easy one, like I sent you, Nick, was the over-under on the national anthem. Because first of all, the action changed on that. The action means like the odds, but that changed. You're laughing like he texted me back and say, "People actually bet on this." I'm like, "Yeah, bro." But Barstool had a guy.
I just love that you're like the action changed. You sound like you're a bookie or.
Well,
like
it did.
Get shorty over here.
I'm betting because when that video leaked and when I sent you, it changed. See, Matt knows what I'm talking about. They had a guy outside like timing the national anthem the day before.
And then they took the information from that guy and then they changed the spread or whatever.
Of course, because that was the practice one, and you can do that in Vegas. Vegas can do that.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So what's the weirdest that you guys have ever heard of? What's like the weirdest side bet?
You really want to go down this road?
I'm gonna bring Big T in here. Hold on a second.
Oh, nice.
Big T's in the house.
What's going on, y'all? Sorry, I'm not at the house. I'm taking care of my grandparents and stuff, man. But check this out. Tom Brady is Jesus Christ.
Big T, you gotta get him. You gotta get him.
Look, I told you. I said, look. Oh, this guy up here. This guy up here.
Gotta get that guy.
This guy above me right here.
Gotta get him.
Hey.
All right, let it out.
No, you let it out. Go ahead and make them tears come out.
Oh, I wasn't crying. I was more aggravated because there are a couple of, in my opinion, bad calls, but I'm being schooled apparently on rules. No one needs those.
You didn't score a touchdown.
Well,
bro, let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you how it is. So I'm sitting in my grandparents' house, and my aunt's husband comes around, and he was like, "Yeah, KC gonna win tonight." I said, "Oh, for real?" I said, "You must not know the book of Jesus Christ of Tom Brady." And he looked at me. He said, "What the hell are you talking about?" I said, "Oh, he walks on water, and he makes plays." So he started laughing at me. He was like, "How about $100 right now?" I said, "Are you sure?" He was like,
sure.
He was like, "Yeah, $100 right now." I said, "Okay, I got cash in my wallet." Come to find out. So check this out. Yesterday was his birthday, and he lost $100. He was heated, bro. He was heated at me, bro, because I kept laughing every time when.
Yeah, you can't give that back out of spite. You got to hold that money,
bro. I think I made him mad because when he left, he was like, "All right, have a good one." Because every time Brady did a good play, I said, "Oh my God, it smells so good!" And my aunt kept saying, she was like, "What smells good?" I said, "That $100."
Yeah, by halftime, you would have been intolerable. Like at halftime, just talking shit for the next 2 quarters. Like, gee, we get it. Give you an extra 20 to shut up. We were just talking about
Actually, we're just getting into that bets, right?
yeah, the weirdest. We were just talking about bets. It's funny you popped in. We were talking about like the weirdest bets people make on a Super Bowl. They brought up the singing of the national anthem, the over under, and then
I hit both of those last night, Big T.
and the one we talked about last week with there's no touchbacks on the opening kickoff.
The opening kick, I hit both of those.
Bro. Hold up. Speaking of the, I got to ask my boy over here, the guy over here in the corner over here.
Daddy-o?
Yes, sir.
Yo, Matt, I know you was just busting all over the place, bro. Come on now.
Yes. Yep. I won't deny it.
I know you was going crazy, bro.
Same unit, different uniform, same go.
Did y'all see the little stuff that like some of the players was in the locker room, and one of the guys was like,
Yeah, sir.
the girl was asking like, "Yo, where's Tom Brady?" And
he
they
just
showed
said that?
Tom.
Yeah.
They showed Tom Brady over there just packing his bag up and like, "Yo,
That's
I
what he
won."
does.
Yeah, he's like, "Yo, okay, I won. I got me 7. I walk on water. Call me Jesus."
Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think I
yeah,
was watching.
Big T's right. Yeah, like obviously everybody's dancing. Yeah, in the locker room, they just turn to Tom Brady. He's just like packing his stuff up.
Yep. He just
Yeah,
like,
he
man,
just
shit, I'm going home. I won already.
He's already working on the next one.
Yeah, right.
Bro, I did not know that man was 43 damn years old, bro.
43, brother. 43.
Yeah, man.
And I had to go back and see because I was thinking about Joe Montana. I said, how old was Joe Montana when he retired? Joe Montana was 38 years old when he retired.
Yeah. So here's a weird thing. So you guys, Calvin Johnson, you know who Calvin Johnson is, Matty, right? Yeah, Megatron. He just got into the Hall of Fame last night, right? So, or the night before is when they announced all the Hall of Fame people. So basically, they said Calvin Johnson's career was he was drafted, played, and then retired, and was inducted into the Hall of Fame, all while Tom Brady was playing.
That's crazy.
That's
bro.
crazy.
That's pretty nuts. That's kind of wild when you think about
And
it.
he's not done yet either.
What do you think? He's got another 2 years?
Originally, he said 45, and now he's coming out saying he thinks he can go longer.
He said 45.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says he thinks he can play past 45, Big T.
I don't know about that, man.
I have learned
That's a
never
lot.
to doubt. I have learned to never doubt anything that man says. If he says that it's going to happen. No, I'm not saying it's going to be easy.
Right.
But if you take a look at, the way the team, if he stays with Tampa and he gets all those players back, the big one's going to be Fournette. If he gets Fournette back, the run up to the Super Bowl a couple of years ago against the Rams, they turned into a rush first offense.
Okay.
Now, if you do the same thing with Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette, where Brady doesn't have to go out there and throw it 35 times a game, can he stick around another couple of years? Sure.
Well, how about this? I'll turn it back to actually Big T called this actually last week during this conversation, because what happened was if you looked at everybody that scored last night, because if you recall, as we were talking, it was like Tom Brady actually picked his team. Everybody that actually had, on offensively anyway, scored was Tom Brady picked his team. Fournette was a free agent. He brought Gronk in. Like Big T was saying last week, it's like he created his own super team.
You can say every single point because Suckup wasn't with the team last year either. Every single point that was scored was scored by somebody that joined the team.
Like this guy.
Wow, that's an interesting factoid right there.
None of them were on the team last year, Nick.
So like I would I have the personality where I would feel like shit if I was on the team for like 4 years.
Yeah, right.
And Brady comes in, he's just like, you guys, you sit there.
I'm taking him.
I want to bring in 4 or 5 dudes from the other city down the street.
And why should that matter? Now all the motherfuckers got rings.
Exactly, they got rings. How about this? Does everybody realize Antonio Brown got a ring last night?
Yes.
AB got a ring.
What a year that guy had.
And again, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame. AB got a ring and scored a touchdown. Gronk scored 2 touchdowns last night. He retired.
Again?
No, last night is what I'm saying. He scored 2 touchdowns after
he came out of retirement, right? He
He was
came out
in
of
the
retirement.
WWE a year ago.
Yeah. So he
Gronk
came out
scored
of
the first-
retirement to play.
Yeah,
This is the WWE, the way they're going with this.
it's crazy like that.
So what do you
know.
think? You think Tampa will repeat?
No.
All right, so
No.
I'm gonna explain why I think that Brady not gonna win next year, man. I think Mahomes gonna have a better chance next year. I think that he's gonna end up winning next year, bro. And the reason why Mahomes he's pretty good, but I don't know what the hell happened last night, bro. Running back 30 yards and trying to throw the ball, bro.
He had to.
He had to.
Bro, but
He ran for over 500 yards behind the line.
You believe that?
But I think I give it to Mahomes because during the first quarter, or what I believe the first or second quarter, they was leaving that daggone that sideline open, bro.
Yeah.
And he was running every time, man. He was running down there and getting that first down. I give it to him on that, man. I think Mahomes. I think he's gonna be something serious to think about next year.
Oh, I think he's gonna be all time.
I think that toe affected him more than we thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Did anybody notice that? Like as he was walking pregame, he was limping.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he just ran 500 yards in the backfield.
No,
that's the thing. The Toradol started.
He has a giant turf. Like he has turf toe. Like you have it, kind of like to a motherfucker.
Yeah, but they just hit him with a little shit.
It doesn't last long enough, though.
I don't
you
know.
could tell by the end of the third quarter that Toradol was wearing off, and he was limping around.
He got dropped Toradol.
You know,
when it was playing NFL Blitz 2, they had Juicy Robinson.
Right, yeah, that's basically what they were doing. This
put him behind the curtain, hit him with some fucking super sauce.
Just get out there,
kid. Wrap it up. Put it around here. We're fine.
No, I think honestly, it was crazy to see, and it's like history to see. Almost like again, like if you bring back the basketball, like watching, like you never got to see like Michael play LeBron. We got to see Michael play Magic.
And Kobe.
You got to see Michael play Magic, but you never got to see like in the NFL like somebody like really take that thing. Like so, it's like the greatest of previous versus the greatest right now, and that was pretty cool to watch last night. At least, I mean, the defensive, obviously game plan fucked it up a little bit. Everybody wants to see a shutout or a shootout, but it was pretty cool to watch. Like you saw greatness last night on each side, I think.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the loss, man. I think it just means they're going to come back next year and not fuck around.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's what Big T said.
Yeah.
Plus, they didn't have two of their major defensive players too.
Yeah.
Like, so how'd you guys feel about? I don't know if you guys were really like how touched you were when the honey badger got in Tom Brady's face.
That was a mistake,
bro. I'm gonna tell you,
right? It's like because Big T, I know you played basketball, and I played like kind of high level, and I played the same thing at like kind of a high level. It's like, dude, when the juices are going, it's like, this is about to be a fight right here.
Yeah, but see, I knew that I knew he was like, it was intense to him, and I knew he wanted to talk some shit to Brady. Period, bro.
Right.
And try to get Brady out.
It don't matter. I'm coming at you. Yeah.
Yeah, he thought that he was gonna try to get Brady out of his game. That's what it probably was. But then,
yeah,
you're talking about a brick wall, dude. You're not going to rattle him.
In his defense,
that's the problem, Nick. Right.
That might work up against somebody else. It's not going to work against Brady. I remember some idiot defensive back for the Pittsburgh Steelers this is probably 9-10 years ago, started mouthing off to Brady. Yeah, leading up to the game. And Brady went at him the entire game and torched him the entire game. He takes, it's like that meme that came out of the Last Dance. He took that personally.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You do that to like Michael. It's like, okay, you made it towards me. Right.
Yeah, I mean, you're not on a playground, dude. You're not gonna scare Tom Brady. Like right. It's just gonna make you look stupid, which is what he's historically done to people that run their mouth. You just like,
yeah, odds are that, yeah. But then again, there's that one time, we're only gonna score 14 points. Maddie remembers that.
Yeah. Yeah, I try not to, but I wake up in cold sweats every now and then.
He did talk. He talked that shit one time, Nick, and he's like, "Well, the Giants talked it first." He's like, "Yeah, it's going to be." They called 21-14, and then Brady was like, "Oh, we're only going to score 14 points," and he laughed. So
And then he scored how many?
14.
Oh,
That's where the Giants got off like dressed as like they were going to like Iraq. They're all murdered out.
oh, jeez.
I will say, as a Patriots fan, the best part of watching that game last night was knowing Belichick is also watching that game.
Oh, yeah.
He's taking that
What?
personally, and they are coming back with a vengeance next year.
No, you really
Gotta get a quarterback.
all right, I want to hear this between Matteo and Big T. Like, now, both of you guys have different like opinions on the thing. Like, do you think Belichick like actually like takes that serious? Like, he's offended by Brady winning, or do you think like he thinks that's cool?
No, I don't think so. If he was watching last night, all he's doing is watching. This is what Tampa's doing against Mahomes. This is what Kansas City's not doing.
Oh, so he's looking at it as like a coach.
Yeah.
So he just analyzing all the shit that they fucking up on.
Right. Yeah, I think he's going a purely analytical route. Now, somewhere in his subconscious, it does it. Gnaw at him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does.
He got some. I know that he got some safety pins around, so you know.
Got a voodoo doll.
Some safety pins.
Patriots have $50+ million in the salary cap coming in, so let's see what they do with it.
Oh wow, you are really schools into this, Matty.
Oh, yeah.
You said 50 mil?
50
In
million.
a salary cap, so they can sign a lot of people.
Yep, and they're going to draft Mac Jones first round.
You want Mac Jones?
I don't necessarily want him.
Name the last time an Alabama quarterback was good in the NFL and go. I'll be over here.
I can, yeah.
I'll be over here.
The coaches can't even make it. They leave immediately. That's a Nick Saban joke.
No, Nick Saban went from LSU.
I got you. That was good. That was good, actually.
Well, didn't he go to the Dolphins and then he immediately left and went to?
Yeah, but he came from LSU first.
After he won a national title there.
Right.
Oh, I have it backwards. Whatever.
No, you nailed it.
No, we get what you mean.
Dolphins, and then back to Alabama. He makes more money than most of the coaches in the NFL at Alabama.
Steve Spurrier is another one.
Yeah, there's a lot of those guys do.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. It's insane.
Big T's got a big fat $100 bill.
Yeah, I know. $100, baby.
So on your bets, is that the only bet you did, Big T?
Yeah, that's it. But my other friend, he played what's that daggone gambling thing?
FanDuel?
Yeah. He put $5 on that bitch and won $280.
Yeah, you got to pick a right bet,
bro. When he told me that, I said, "Oh shit, I need to."
You should have listened to me last week, man, on this podcast,
bro. So I'm gonna try NBA. I'm gonna try the NBA.
That's tough. That's a little harder.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try like at least one or two games, and then see how it's gonna come out. I just want to go back. I just can't wait till everything get back to normal so I can go to MGM, bro. I miss going to MGM.
What's that?
We got MGM up here in DC.
The casino.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't know what that was.
Oh, my fault. Excuse me. Sorry. The casino.
Is that like a basketball stadium?
No, MGM.
Big Lions. Come on.
I just like I hate slots, bro, because we got everything of it now. We got like they tore down like one of the shopping malls, and they made that motherfucker into a slot machine place.
They're real popular here. That's for
sure. People just line up and do it all day. Just
I did learn at the Hard Rock here though. The Hard Rock, they have that new. I'm sure you guys have seen it at some point. The big hotel that's a guitar.
Yeah.
And they built that whole new stadium and all that stuff. But before they built that, there was an old casino next to it. So they basically remodeled the casino and then built that new hotel. But there was an old one, and on that old one, you'd go down there and it was free drinks if you were playing. So I was like, my go-to. I'm like, hell yeah!
That's generally how it is at any casino.
Free drinks anyway.
Not anymore.
They keep you there.
They put the kibosh on it. Now
one of the greatest movies of all time. What you mess up there? What you mess up in your bets? They make back on Johnny Walker judgment.
Yeah, right. And I guess if you guys think it's free everywhere, I gotta go somewhere else. But it's not free here anymore. You're paying $8 for a Corona or $12 for a vodka, while you're spending like $500 playing cards or whatever. But if you go into the high limit room,
what tables are you sitting at?
Yeah.
Adult tables.
He said adult tables.
You can't play blackjack at $5 tables because no one takes it seriously and you just lose your money.
Yeah.
You have to play like $15, $20 tables.
Oh yeah. Oh, I 100% know that.
So they have a high limit slot room, and so I just went in there the other day. I saw I like playing Monopoly when I see it, so I went in there and it was like $3 a turn or $5 a turn, and the girl comes over and she's like, "Hey, what are you drinking?" And I told her, I'm like, "Oh, I'll take this and this, whatever." She comes over, I'm expecting to be like $25, and she's like, "Here you go." I'm like, "What's the damage?" She goes, "Oh, they're free." I go,
Yeah, long as you keep
As long as
playing.
you keep playing.
why are they free? She goes, "Oh, this is the high limit room. It's all free in here." I'm like,
Yep, the drunker
okay.
you get, the more
It's like,
money
yo,
you
I legitimately
There you go, Big T. Exactly.
it was like the lowest limit, high limit slot machine. It's like a pull is $3. Like I had this buddy in college. We went on one of those carnival or casino cruises here because you can't back then you couldn't, or you still can't do craps or roulette here. You go out under the water for like 3 months.
I don't want to cut you off. Is that a real thing, Nick? You can't do that in Florida?
Yeah, there's no
Just
craps
that?
or roulette here. Yeah.
Nick,
What?
I know exactly what you went to. It's called the Cruise to Nowhere.
So yeah, I'm sure you have it up there because
Yeah,
what they do is they have all the tables.
Yep.
And you play the slots while you're in the dock or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they take out to international waters and they open up all the tables.
Yep.
Are you serious?
Cruise to Nowhere. Yeah.
Wow.
So then that's when they open up like craps and roulette and all that shit. So when we went back in college, this is, who knows, God, dating ourselves here, 15, 20 years ago. My buddy was like, he's like, listen, because we're all poor, dude. We all had like $15 on us tops. And he's like, dude, what you do.
But you can talk a good game.
Yeah, but what you do is you take all your quarters, because they were quarter slots. He goes, wait till you see the waitress and put a quarter in the machine and pull the lever, and then she'll get you a free beer because you're playing. So we wound up going and we wound up drinking all night for free and spent like $5 on the quarter games. We see the lady, we pop it in and order our drinks. But yeah, they don't have I wish they had craps here. Craps is actually fun.
Roulette is fun because roulette is easier. You can win a lot more money on roulette, bro. You got 50 chance.
They have the machines ones. They have like the fake dice in the middle, and it's all digital, but those are rigged as a motherfucker.
Those things are fun because, like, if you're playing like real stuff, like you actually have to be paying attention.
Yeah. I don't like hitting the button and.
You're right. Yeah. No, I agree with that. That's what I do like. Like, again, if I'm there to have fun, it's like, dude, I don't want to have to be doing math in my head.
And on the other side of that, you got like Texas Hold'em, which I know Matt goes and plays a lot. But
really?
You don't have any interaction. You don't want to talk to anybody, so you got to find that balance. So
that's why I don't care about what casino I go to, because I'm just going to go to the poker room anyway. Poker is poker wherever you are.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Plus, there's no house advantage other than the rake.
There you go. Boom. I don't think they got us at all right there, man.
Yeah. No, they don't know. So the rake
I know what the rake is, dude.
Okay.
I don't watch.
You've seen Rounders, I assume?
Yeah.
As long as you've seen Rounders, I think you got a pretty good idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, I understand it. I've played it. I've played in a couple tournaments.
Speaking of poker, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of poker, did y'all watch WandaVision?
Yep.
These guys they're schooling me to it. No, yeah, you actually can go get into this conversation again because I think it's great.
I'm actually curious how you're going to work that segue.
Yeah.
Speaking of poker, have you seen the new WandaVision?
Thank you. I'm glad somebody got it.
Nice transition.
Hey, thank you.
You're all night.
So did y'all enjoy it? Did y'all like that?
Oh yeah, best one of the bunch so far.
We're just talking about like who Quicksilver could possibly be, because I don't think it's actually Quicksilver.
Oh, so you haven't seen it?
No, we
No,
all
they
have.
have
John
all
has
seen
seen
it,
but
and they were telling me, but they don't think it's actually Quicksilver.
right. I think it's a scroll or it's Mephisto
See,
or
that's
something.
something that popped in my head is what if Nick Fury gets word that something's going on,
Yeah.
and Mendelssohn's character of the scroll to go in.
Because Quicksilver in that episode has knowledge of her brother dying in real life. Because the concept is everyone in that quarantine lost their memories. Like Vision has no memories, everyone there doesn't remember anything. But then this guy comes in and he's like, at least in the preview they said it. He's like, "Oh, your dead husband can't die twice." And it's like, how'd you know that? Like, so it makes you think like maybe he's obviously not one of the townspeople. He's from the outside in some way. So it's part of the mystery. I think it's fun. I'm actually glad they're doing this episodically now instead of just dropping it all at once.
Yeah, because it gives you something to talk about.
Yeah.
If you drop all 8 episodes at once, you talk about it for a day and it's over.
Yeah. For sure.
I gotta say, I'm liking it that I haven't seen it yet, and you guys break it down. Now I get to listen to your guys' interpretations of it before I ever see it. It's actually amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you'll run through it, and it's like 2.5 hours total with the 5 episodes, but it's really
Big, cool. So, Big T, did you like it? What were your thoughts?
Bro, I just enjoyed how they put the Quicksilver from the X-Men movie into the TV show to be Quicksilver from the MCU. I just like how they did that. Then it was funny because the girl said, "Oh, she typecast him."
Recast him.
Yeah.
Did she recast Pietro?
Yeah.
Pietro died in Age of Ultron.
Yep.
Now you got Aaron Taylor Johnson's character died in a couple Avengers movies ago, and they brought in Evan Peters from the Fox movies, and then the Kat Dennings, or I think that's her name, is like, oh, she recast Pietro, and it's kind of like that one, like those 3 lines kind of explain why he's there. You know what I mean? And to a degree, like why is this guy here? And she's like, oh, we recast him. It's a TV show. That makes complete sense. So then it opens it up to like, well, who?
So it's like, Nick, is it like a third wall type thing? Like you kind of catch it going, oh, okay.
Well, okay. So the plot of the show is that.
I understand why.
Well, I'm going to explain it and then you'll get it. Wanda is like kind of building her own reality, but she's like manifesting it as TV shows. So like from the outside of the bubble, people are actually watching her create these TV sitcoms with her life. So that's why, like, when Pietro shows up, the girl on the outside, the girl from the Thor movies, is like, she recast Pietro because she knows who Pietro is. Obviously, she's friends with Thor and shit. So it's interesting, but I love the fact that they acknowledge that the Fox universe exists. Yeah. So that means that literally anyone from on that side of the field can now pop in, whether it be like, Fassbender comes in as Magneto, which I'm hoping that's the 9th episode because they said there's going to be some big character that's like a Luke Skywalker-ish level reveal. So I'm hoping it's Magneto from that.
Now, what if she's taking that literally?
Hot take from
and it's actually Mark Hamill playing Mephisto, where it's a Luke Skywalker type cameo.
I think that's an interesting theory, but I don't think Elizabeth Olsen is stupid enough to actually say that.
Well, I don't know if it's stupid. It's coy more than anything.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's more coy than that. It's like just a play.
Right. It's
if she said
kind of way.
If she said that, then that would have had to been like a direct order from Kevin Feige, because you can't just be like, oh, like what if they don't? The actors don't theorize like that because they could accidentally spoil something.
Yeah,
and
you're
then
gonna turn into Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think Mark Hamill would be an awesome Mephisto. Great at playing the devil. I'm a little worried.
He did not like that one.
Who do you want to see as Mephisto? What do you think?
Who I think could be Mephisto? What movie he played in? Damn, bro.
Keanu Reeves as Mephisto.
Shut up, man.
Nicolas Cage.
Boom. You know the older guy who played in have y'all seen John Wick 2, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. At the beginning of the movie, the old dude that was explaining the story.
Shane. Shane. He was in. It's not Justified.
Ian McShane.
Ian McShane.
Yeah, he was also in Pirates of the Caribbean too.
Yeah. Yep.
I think he would be a good Mephisto. I just like his voice.
Yeah.
The
Actually,
way he acts.
I'm with you with that. That'd be a good casting.
And he also played in Constantine as the devil. That's crazy, man.
Ooh, Constantine. Great movie.
Isn't he on American Gods too? I hear that's a good show.
Bro, I don't know if y'all seen it yet.
I
I've
never.
only seen a couple of episodes, and it's fucking. Excuse me. It's phenomenal.
I'm gonna drop a couple of F-bombs somewhere.
It's phenomenal. It's great. But the second season up now. I just been watching the first season, trying to get little pieces of it.
Yeah, I want to check it out. Speaking of
good, bro.
they said that Keanu Reeves is coming back for a sequel.
For what?
For Constantine.
Constantine?
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope it'll be cool, but
that's a long time.
Yeah, but that's Keanu Reeves, dog. Keanu Reeves is he's ageless sometimes, bro.
No, I think he's ageless in general.
I mean, the guy's doing like
he did a Bill and Ted movie.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't get to see that yet. Was it good?
I have not seen it yet. Anybody seen the third one?
I have not yet.
I did. I like.
Is it good?
I mean,
Nick, I trust you.
It's everything you would expect it to be, and it's nothing more.
Not blowing us away.
It's like the Jay and Silent Bob movie, where it's like,
no,
it's fun to revisit the characters, but it's kind of like a paint by numbers.
Yeah. I was gonna say paint by numbers was probably the best way to describe that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you. It's like they went on a Reddit and just said, like, how would a fan write this movie? And like, it's beat by beat. It's the same thing. It's like very obvious, but it's still fun to see him like act like.
Of course, go back to it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else. I forgot. Whatever.
No, you were onto a point though. You were onto something.
Yeah, I usually lose my train of thoughts.
Hey, just wanted to ask y'all know this name right here? I got my I changed my name in the corner. You know what that means?
Motherfucking villain.
Yeah, you can say motherfucking villain, or you can say metal face villain.
Mm.
Oh, so he's going Dr. Doom on me.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let's do like the last question here. When do you guys think Dr. Doom will show up and how? Because you guys love that guy.
I'm gonna dip out of this because these guys take this too serious for me. I don't know enough about it.
So let me ask y'all before I answer that question. Did anybody see the preview? I don't know if it's true or not. Of the Fantastic Four trailer.
It's just the 4. There's no actual trailer yet.
No, it was like somebody in a spacesuit, and it had a little emblem, and it had a little zero. It was a blue circle with a 4 in the middle of it. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Okay. Did you see anybody seen the Venom trailer?
Yeah, they played it last night. Right?
Yeah, it was a new one.
I didn't see the new one. I must have missed that.
It was a new one. It said it was like he was in the car, and then the car started going off, the alarm started going off, he started smashing the car.
No,
I missed it.
Have to look that up.
Okay. What was the other trailer? I know y'all seen Winter Soldier and Falcon trailer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis got a new movie coming out.
He's doing something other than battery commercials.
Some sci-fi movie.
You might even have to convince Bruce Willis that he's got a movie coming.
I did not know. I did not see a new Bruce Willis movie, but I'm kind of disappointed.
Some sci-fi movie, and somebody else had another one.
When are these guys gonna do like their big nursing home movie?
We gotta pitch that one, Nick.
He just did it. It was called Glass.
Hey, man, I love that movie, bro.
I didn't see that one. Is it good?
Not good.
I like that movie.
Oh,
man.
I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Oh man,
it was a terrible ending for 2 really good characters.
I just like how it
merge
all came
together.
No, it's you build up the Horde as this unstoppable beast, and he gets shot twice, and he's dead. And then you drown Bruce Willis in a fucking puddle. I mean,
hey, a 2-inch puddle, bro. But I was just, but
You're
I
kidding, right?
like,
That's
So
how
is
they
it good or not? Is it literally a 2-inch
That-
puddle? Like me and Nick are
Yeah,
asking.
it's
yeah, no,
literally,
that shit,
yes.
a 2-inch puddle, bro.
Mr. So who does it? Mr. Glass?
No,
So who does it? Mr. Glass?
no, it's this.
No,
The whole reveal at the end is that there's this secret society that
society.
Paulson's character works for. That
Okay.
is their only goal is to suppress the public from knowing that superheroes exist.
And Mr. Glass exposed all of it.
Right.
Okay.
But
Now they've round them all up into one setting so that they can eliminate them all.
yep.
Okay.
And that's pretty much the plot of the movie.
I was gonna say.
So who drowns? Wait,
And
So I look at Nick's face. I was like, okay.
so who drowns Bruce Willis?
They all, special agents from
the
that
collect
secret society.
Yeah, secret side.
Oh, Nick's going to
Yeah,
go.
it's
That's a
not
hard
good.
no, Nick.
It's not good. It's on HBO. If you've got it, check it out. I wouldn't
Send
recommend
me your
it.
login, would you? Jesus.
Yeah, I will. If you've got an hour, 45 minutes with literally nothing else better to do, go ahead and watch
I have gummies.
it. That can help.
I can move that, make it interesting, I think.
That'll do it. Big T sent you this. We'll see today.
So why'd you like the movie Big T? Because it sounds horrendous.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
All right,
Yeah.
so I like psychological thrillers and like mystery shit. So when everything came together, how Mr. Glass set that whole thing up, that what made me excited.
Okay.
How he set everything up to show the world about superheroes and show the world about the secret society.
So he was like an architect almost.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. But he did it so he just so smart, and the way he did it, it was phenomenal, bro. It was phenomenal the way he did the whole thing. Like he set up everything, and even when he was locked up, he still found ways to get out and do stuff to make those people look stupid. And the lady felt stupid at the end. The main lady who was she just felt stupid shit when they when he broadcast the whole thing and it was on the TV, and she was just like, how in the world? And everybody found out. So then I like also how the girl came too. The girl from Split. I just like how she was played into the story too. And then the mom from the first movie with Bruce Willis. So it was just I just like the whole plot, how they brought everybody.
You like the strategy of it.
Yeah, so I like this how they brought everybody from each movie to the last one. And I'm gonna say this. I hate M. Night Shyamalan. I really hate most of his movies. But I like those movies. Because after Unbreakable, Seven, what others? Six, blah blah. Okay. When that stupid movie, The Village, came out, that was a dumb movie.
I was waiting for it.
That's a home run right there.
We haven't even mentioned The Happening yet.
Bro, I ain't done yet. I'm going through all of them, you know?
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched The Happening yet, brother.
That one, the lady in the water, that shit was stupid.
Nick,
Lady
just
in the
sit back and
water.
listen.
Oh, and then he destroyed my favorite cartoon, The Last Airbender. He destroyed that.
Oh,
Yeah,
He destroyed that, bro.
I have PTSD from that. I didn't even remember.
yeah, I was gonna say, hop in there, Nick.
Oh, it's horrendous. It's like that should be like a 10 season Netflix show or something. If they're gonna go live action.
Yeah,
There's
they
too much-
crammed it into a bullshit. Yeah, like, all right.
yeah, it's too much to unpack, and they like skipped half of the like first 3 seasons.
Bro, but the worst part about The Last Airbender, he whitewashed the whole thing, bro. It wasn't no Asian people in there. Most of them people
No.
was Asian, bro.
Just the Fire Nation was like Middle Eastern, but other than that, everyone
Well,
was.
either way, they should have typecast the right people though.
Yeah, I think in the reboot they're doing all Asian actors.
No, they need to do like how it is on the cartoon, bro.
Yeah, I mean they're doing more to the cartoon. They're following that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, my big issue with him, like Sixth Sense was good, but Signs, I mean.
Well, is that the one I put on the list, Nick? I mean, as a debate here. Do you think that's the one that put him on like the?
Oh, Sixth Sense put him on the map. Yeah. Everyone was expecting another Sixth Sense, and he came out with Signs, and a lot of people liked it. I remember Matt saw that in the theater, and I'm like, "Yo,
Signs is pretty good."
Can I hop in here real quick?
Can I finish my goddamn thought?
You can.
Go ahead.
Signs.
Go ahead, goddamn.
What alien race invades a fucking world where the number one thing that kills them is 90% of that world? That's like if we went to go to another planet and it's like, oh, it's just carbon monoxide, or whatever. Fuck, I'm getting so aggravated.
But it was there's a planet made of mercury. Water. It was special water. It wasn't special.
It
was lukewarm water that killed him.
That killed him. And however, if you recall this, Maddie, I think you probably were working at the actual movie theater at the time.
I have a story.
On the news, it was like broadcast as the scariest movie that you will see since The Exorcist.
Yeah.
So there's like people were like, dude, we went there with a crew. Like, this is the scariest movie I'm going to see ever, and it was a comedy.
Now I probably have a mental block for that movie. Like we talked about last week, where we do those rundowns of the film.
Yeah.
So we threw that on. This was the summer of the rolling brownouts in New York. I know two of these guys will remember that.
Yep.
As we get to the scene in the alleyway where the alien scurries across, at that exact moment,
yeah.
So I think
the lights went out.
Yeah, the light, everything went out. It was complete. Lost complete power for the entire night. As soon as that alien made its way across so it freaked everybody in the theater out. We were all huddled together in the lobby afterwards. The power would come out. So yeah, that experience probably plays into my memory a little bit.
I mean, dude, there's more water in the air. Like, how can they breathe? Their lungs would burn. It's just such a stupid, like. It could have been anything. Why would they make it water? That's just so stupid. Like, use like some logic, please.
That's M. Night Shyamalan for you, man.
What's that mean?
Finds his ending, and he works backwards from there.
So imagine he's sitting around and he's like, I know. We're going to have aliens invade, and they're going to be like super strong and all this other stuff, but their one weakness is water.
Water. Literally water, right? Like,
wow.
And then right after he said that, he was talking to the writers. He was like, "Oh my God, he's got a good idea. Mother Nature revenge movie."
Yeah, the only thing you need to know about the happening, there is a scene. There's a chase scene against the fucking wind.
Bro,
I think Mark Wahlberg's running away from the wind, or
okay. So that's the second most unbelievable part. The most unbelievable part is Mark Wahlberg plays a scientist.
Look at Nick's face.
It is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Like, they sold me on it during here. Well, here's to go back to it. So, Signs sold me on it again. I saw that stupid commercial. We were all young kids. And it was, around here in upstate New York, it was, determined scariest movie since The Exorcist. And then, obviously we saw the shit. He goes swing away. He's got a stupid tinfoil hat on. And I'm like, so, he kind of buried it for me there. And now you tell me that kind of stuff. It's like, M. Night, I'm all right, man. I saw The Village. It's like, dude, this is bullshit.
What was the plot of that? They were like on a farm or something.
Yeah, you were
made to this, please.
You were made to believe it was like the 1750s.
Yep.
And then there's this creature that's coming in and killing people. And it turns out they're just friggin' Amish, and they were trying to
literally they walk through a highway. That's how the movie ends.
Yeah, they jump over a fence, and all of a sudden they're on Interstate 42.
Just had to put some crap. Yeah,
And that's how it ends, bro.
I remember
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, they saw like an airplane fly overhead or something. They're like, "Oh,
No, literally a state trooper pulls up to the side of them.
and then they get to the area, and guess who's the state trooper he talking to? M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
please."
Oh, so he did his own little Stan Lee? Okay.
Yeah, he's cameos. If you remember Signs, he plays the guy that hit the wife. With
Yep.
the
Ooh, good
He's
call.
in every single one of his movies.
Okay, well.
Hubris will it end your career. Yo, so next week what we're gonna do is this is the sequel, but I got the original too. This is the Blockbuster board game. So
There's a board game?
yeah, dude, it's gangster. So it's basically like I guess a charades, I guess, but you get a certain movie and then you have to describe to your person.
Oh, this is a great call.
Yeah, because like this one says movies with aliens. So then you get 60 seconds to rattle off
Oh,
whatever
man.
movies where something gets stolen. And then there's specific ones like
This
category.
could put us in the hall.
So yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to do it virtually. It might be like I'll try to. I mean, I have a pretty good movie knowledge. Maybe I'll describe them to each of you at and whoever gets whatever.
Take turns.
I'll be like the quarterback because I have all
you
this
the Alex Trebek, and we go around the.
Yes. And so so basically it's like
Or anybody else that wants to join us too. I mean,
Yeah,
this-
For sure.
we can do it for anybody that wants to jump on. We have to do a little promotion, I think, but I think
yeah,
it'll be something.
give us a little something.
It'll be
Anytime
fun.
you want to break out Monopoly, you let me know.
This
Dude, your lifetime record against me in Monopoly, you're 0-77.
I would say
Wow, he's throwing numbers out,
the
man.
only one I remember, and I barely remember it, is the last one we played.
Well, so I used to play Monopoly. We used to play Monopoly. It's my favorite game. And Matt has a twin, so the three of us would
Wow,
always
you
play.
sell real estate?
Huh?
You
Yeah,
sell
it's
real
kind of
estate?
weird, right? Yeah. It's actually really funny. I didn't put them together until I was doing it for like 5 years. I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
I didn't do it till just now.
And it's what's funny is I got more random Monopoly shit from clients. Just like so, for example, this one dude died, right?
That's an interesting way to start a fucking conversation.
I know. So like one of my clients bought this building.
Yeah, so this fucking guy's dead. Are they watching this right now, bro?
It depends on what you believe in, I guess.
Oh, there we
but,
go.
yeah, I didn't mean to do it on your back. But my client bought this building and he came with all the older tenants or whatever that have been there forever. And this guy was like this big fat hoarder dude, not in the best of health. But while we were, just as we bought it, just as it closed, the guy passed away. So they had to go in there and like get all the shit out of his apartment. And so I was in there. It was bad. Like they had to take the walls out because it was just the guy was disgusting. But on his fridge, he had a little Monopoly magnet. And I was like, I'm gonna take that. So I got that. So he lives in my heart. I don't even know who he was. And then I had another client this past a couple months ago. They bought it's like a Monopoly painting, and someone put "will work for Bitcoin" on it on like on a piece of cardboard. This is what passes for art nowadays. Here, let me grab it.
This guy.
So apparently, if you go to like a flea market or whatever, and you got $50 to spend, you can buy one of these prints, and someone just puts on a piece of cardboard. Will work for Bitcoin. This was like, I don't know, they must have paid 50,
Okay.
$60 for it, and someone signed it. So apparently, it's like a one of a kind. He literally glued a piece of cardboard to a thing you buy at Target.
But somebody bought that.
Yeah, and they had it in their house, and I said, if I sell your house for full price, I want that. And they said, all right.
All right, well, yeah, that's an interesting.
And then, of
That
course, this is my favorite. This is a 1936 original. I mean, the first one I think was 34.
Like the
but
pieces are still in there and stuff.
everything. It's a full game.
All right, you intrigued me.
Yeah, but
It would be a disgrace, but I still think you find a way to turn that box.
Oh, that's dope, man.
I was gonna say that's right.
the original
that box,
pieces.
That box you need to turn into a humidor.
Humidor. Ooh.
Yes.
No, it's cardboard. I was thinking of building like a coffee table with it, like with the
coffee
lacquer
table.
coffee. You know how you like put stuff in like a bar top?
Let me ask you this: how much that block is that Blockbuster move? That Blockbuster game, is it on
Oh, you get it at Target. It's like $20.
okay.
Like 15. So I mean, technically, if one of you guys went and bought it, then we could just do teams.
Oh, I get teams. I'm in. I love that.
Yeah, it's real cheap. The one at this one I pre-ordered because I bought the first one. It's in my car. Well, I mean, it looked cool. I was like, oh, a game all about movie trivia.
Yeah. If we do teams, I have a feeling John and I should be on separate teams.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Someone's flexing.
I'm just some guy.
Well, Matt's on the opposite team of me because I like beating him and things.
Yeah. Dude, you worked in a movie theater. How the hell am I? You're the best guy
going.
Yo, crazy, man.
So the story I tried to tee Nick up with.
Tried to tee him up. I love this guy. He's got to be on every week.
One of the last times I was up in New York, Nick, a buddy of mine, and myself were in it's actually a golf course bar, just because it was around the corner from where my friend lived. So we met there. It's actually a pretty nice bar. And we got into the discussion somehow of Monopoly.
Wasn't it like Christmas Eve, though?
It was Christmas week, yes.
Yeah.
Because that's the reason I was in town. But nevertheless. So we get into the discussion of the strategy of Monopoly. Are you someone who values all 4 railroads? Or are you someone who doesn't? And my friend Tim and I are of the belief that you value those 4 railroads because it's one spot on every single side of the board. And Nick was dead set against it.
Who's playing the drums right now?
It's not me.
Nope.
Oh, my fault, yo.
So we throw out, okay, let's go ahead. We had a pretty good buzz going.
You get a fucking F in storytelling.
All right. Well, I tried to set you up. Please continue.
I know.
All right, Nicky, let's go. Tee it up for you. Let's go. Tell me the fucking story.
No, we'll tell it together. So yeah, everything was accurate, but basically what we did is we started drinking whiskey, and then Matt's friend is like a savant in a lot of things. So he's telling us all about different whiskeys and stuff. So we start trying like the nice stuff. It's Christmas. So
hold on, right there, Matt. You got to lead in with that.
I was kidding. I didn't think the whiskey started till after we started playing.
No, listen.
I told you most of that night's a blur.
Yeah,
Nick, onward.
Let's do the Shyamalan. They went and saw Star Wars, and I fell asleep in the car, puking out the door.
And woke up an hour later, walking around the Crossgates parking lot, wondering where the hell he was.
I lost my glasses.
Like
I lost my glasses, and I don't know where I was. So, anyway, we're sitting down at the bar. We're eating our chicken wings. We're ordering beers. We're trying all this whiskey. Now we're getting into they talk movies a lot. We started talking somehow about Monopoly, and they're both like on this trip. Like, no, dude, you need to have all the railroads win. And I was like, bro, I won't even buy a single fucking railroad, and I haven't lost a game of Monopoly since I can't remember the last time I lost.
Right there, the way you just crossed your arms,
I was getting mad.
You were serious about it.
I was mad serious, and they, Matt's known me my whole life. So is Johnny, and when like. You like to prove me wrong when I start running my mouth. They start teaming up. I go, if we play, as long as you guys don't like team up and we play like an actual game, I will not buy a railroad and I will beat you. And they're like, yeah, whatever. So they think I'm just talking shit. I'm like, oh no. It was like Christmas Eve or the day after Christmas. So
it was Christmas Eve.
So I drove over to Target and I bought a Monopoly game and I came back to the bar. So at this point, you can't play at the bar.
Out. This isn't upstate New York.
Yes, this is a busy Saturday night.
Like right where we came from. This is up there.
Yeah, Route 9.
Mill
Road. So they put us at a table, and they put us at a table in the corner. This is like 4 p.m. and we're hammered. So now we're playing Monopoly, and the dinner rush comes in. We're playing Monopoly, and it's Christmas dinners, the whole restaurant. And we're just getting all fired up. These guys wind up getting.
Because I know the restaurant. You're playing fucking
Monopoly, and we're not being quiet. We're not being quiet, dude. We're having a fucking
laughing. Look at him.
Yeah, we're having a
playing
blast.
fucking Monopoly in the middle of that golf ball.
So I only had one Monopoly. I had I don't forget what color it was. It might have been the oranges or something. And these guys had all the railroads and everything. And I was down to almost nothing. Well, now we're hammered. So now Tim starts going after Matt or vice versa. And they start trying to take each other out. So I'm just I'm just sitting back in the cut, all right, I just don't hit one of their things, right?
Did you just say sitting back in the cut?
Yeah, man. I get into it with Monopoly. I get back like I'm in Troy, So what's up? So one of them winds up knocking the other one out, and then immediately within
I
two
think Big
turns.
T's family's watching us just laughing.
No, they're like, these white people crazy. Monopoly on Christmas. It's crazy. So within. So I forget who got knocked out first, but then the other guy literally landed on my shit 3 times, boom, boom, boom.
He's talking about playing fucking Monopoly.
And I won, dude. Dude, the waitress had to come over 6 times to tell us to quiet down.
I have apologized every single time I've been in that place. that
so I was right. I didn't own a single railroad, and I beat him. So,
but you drove to get you drove to buy a game.
I left Mill Road and went to Target, which is a mile away.
Yeah.
And dude, I sent him a picture. Target was completely sold.
There was one board.
There was one Monopoly game, but the whole board game section was
back into your fucking golf country club.
Brought it back into the country club. We sat at a booth and we played Monopoly.
How the fuck?
We were the youngest people in there by 30 years.
Yeah.
This I believe. I've seen Mill Road.
Man.
and then they're like, it was the night Force Awakens came out. It was the weekend it came out. So they're like, let's go watch Force Awakens. And at that point, dude, I was so I fell asleep in the car. But when I got out of the car, I put my glasses. I put my glasses somewhere. So I was walking around the parking lot. I didn't remember what the car looked like because it wasn't my car, and I couldn't see past my hand. So I'm literally walking up and down, up and down, up and down. I finally found the car, and my phone was in the car. So I was like, I didn't know where I was. So finally, these guys come out. And I found the car, and we got to go. But I was sleeping. I was done, dude.
Dude, that could lead us to a cruise story, which we will save for a later date, Nicholas
Cruise
and
story?
Matthew. Actually, I think I was I was Motley Crue.
Oh yeah.
Motley Crue, yeah. I thought you said cruise. We never went on a cruise.
I said crew.
I heard cruise.
No, Motley Crue.
Gotcha. All right.
Ended up with a broken rib.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one.
Because there's a
We
couple.
will save that one for a great podcast. I'm not saying it now, but yeah.
Yeah, there's that one, and then there's the
woke
one
up under a tree. This guy moved the car.
Oh yeah. I had to drag him out of the. Yeah, it's a fun story. And then there's that one, and then there's the other one where
there's another one.
Yeah, remember?
I did it.
Yeah, because you were down.
No, that's that one.
When I snuck into the second row.
Yeah.
Weren't you guys? No, you guys were down there.
No, I was.
Maybe
not.
it was. Maybe it was the same night. Okay, that was interesting.
I was asleep in a car.
John had stopped drinking for a while, and then decided to pound a whole bottle of Jaeger before the concert.
We're not talking about a whole bottle of Jaeger.
I mean,
dude, that crazy guy looked exactly like Bon Jovi.
Oh, that's right. And I did my classic Nick thing where I go up and talk to people, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you look like this guy." I did it last week in Tampa. I went to this dude there was this little live band playing, and I looked at him and I go, "Hey, this guy straight up looked like he could have been an actor." Well, he had I called him D'Artagnan because he had a goatee.
Oh, well played.
He had white hair, goatee, but
he did not get the D'Artagnan reference, did he?
I don't know. He was probably 70 years old, 65, 70 years old, but he was looked like he sat out in the sun too long. You know what I mean? He was baked.
Yeah, same kind of fucking
grandma from.
But you decided to go talk to that guy.
All right. Yeah. Well, he was sitting next to me, so I just turned to him. I was, we're drinking, we're having fun. I go, "Hey man, can I ask you something?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What's it been like being handsome for your whole life?" And he
you let in with that.
That was how I said hello. And he just fell. He almost fell out of his chair. He was laughing so hard. And then when people were coming up to the table and saying hi, I was introducing him as my dad. I'm like, "This is my father. I got my looks from my mom, obviously."
No, you had a good one a couple weeks ago. Actually, I'll go through my phone, but you texted me back. Some guy hit you back with a good one. You said something to him, and then he responded, and you were just like, "All right." Like you texted me going, all right, that guy got me pretty good.
You got me. Yeah. I forget. I know what you're talking about. I just forgot what it was.
Yeah, it was generally you're hard to catch like on the fly, like me, I'm guessing, and so is I'm guessing Matteo. Like, but that was good. You actually texted me. It was like fucking 1:30 in the morning. And you're just like this guy just got me.
You got me good.
Talking about dancing or like you're like you walked up and he just responded that fast.
Yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed it though. I like when someone puts me on the ropes. I'm like,
yeah, that's the whole point.
All right, guys. Let's get the hell out of here. Next week we're gonna play some games. If anybody's listening wants to jump in, we can get you in live here. Play some movie trivia games. Okay, so we're doing goodbyes. We're just shutting it off. I don't care.
Your call.
I got nothing.
All right, then we'll just do a little